Your medications could ruin your vacation. Avoid these 6 common travel mistakes. Have you ever felt like your medications are a constant companion wherever you go? Maybe you've even tried to pack them for a trip, only to be left wondering how you'll manage all your prescriptions while navigating airports, hotels, and new environments. It's a situation many of us face, wanting to take a much-needed vacation, but feeling burdened by the responsibility of managing multiple medications. Now imagine this, you're on vacation, surrounded by beautiful landscapes and ready to enjoy your time away. But you start to realize that the medications you've been relying on for years are suddenly more challenging to handle than expected. You might even find that a simple slip-up, like forgetting to bring enough of a prescription, can turn your relaxing getaway into a stressful situation. Traveling with medications, especially as we get older, requires some extra thought and preparation. It's not just about packing the right bottles or remembering dosages. There are several things you need to consider in order to make sure your medications stay effective and safe while you're on the road. After all, no one wants their vacation interrupted by a health scare or a medication mishap, right? In this video, we'll discuss some important tips to make sure that your medications don't ruin your vacation. These simple strategies will help you manage your prescriptions while ensuring that your health stays on track, no matter where you are. Whether you're heading to a relaxing beach resort or an adventurous city tour, knowing how to handle your medications properly will let you enjoy your trip without unnecessary stress. Let's start with the first tip, planning ahead. When you're preparing for a trip, the last thing you want is to suddenly realize that you're running low on your prescriptions, or worse, that you're missing something important. One of the best ways to avoid these situations is to plan well in advance. Take a look at your medication schedule and make sure you'll have enough for the entire trip, including extra just in case of delays or unforeseen circumstances. It's always a good idea to have a little buffer, especially if you're going to be in places where it might be difficult to refill a prescription or access certain pharmacies. In addition, reach out to your doctor or pharmacy before your trip to discuss any potential issues. If you're traveling internationally, check to see if there are any specific regulations regarding the medications you take. Some countries have strict rules about bringing in certain types of drugs, and you don't want to be caught off guard at customs. Your doctor may also be able to provide you with extra prescriptions or suggest alternatives that will be easier to obtain while you're away. Taking the time to make sure you have everything you need before you leave will save you from worrying while you're away. So the first step to safely traveling with your prescriptions is to be proactive and plan ahead. Now that we've covered planning, let's move on to the next point, keeping medications organized while you're on the go. Keeping everything organized might sound like a no-brainer, but when you're packing for a trip, it's easy to let your medication bottles get jumbled up with all your other items. A good way to keep track of your medications is to use a travel pill organizer. These organizers are great for sorting your daily doses and can easily fit into your bag or suitcase. You can organize them by day or time of day so you never miss a dose. Plus, it makes it easy to see at a glance if you've taken your medication for the day. For added convenience, consider keeping your medications in their original prescription bottles, especially if you're traveling internationally. Some countries may require you to show proof of the medication's authenticity, so having everything clearly labeled will make your life a lot easier at customs. Keep the prescription label on the bottle, which includes important details like the name of the medication, dosage, and your doctor's information. This can help you avoid any confusion if you need to seek medical assistance or refills while you're away. And here's a bonus tip. Always keep your medications in your carry-on bag rather than checking them with your luggage. That way, if your luggage gets lost or delayed, you'll still have your medication with you. Now that we've covered organization, let's talk about a crucial factor, staying on top of your medication schedule. It can be easy to forget to take your medication when you're in a new place and distracted by all the exciting things you're doing. Whether you're exploring a new city or enjoying a relaxing day by the pool, you'll want to make sure you take your medications at the right time, even when you're on vacation. One way to stay on track is by setting reminders. You can use your phone or a travel alarm to remind you when it's time for your next dose. Another helpful tool is a medication management app. These apps can help you keep track of your prescriptions, remind you when to take your medication, and even allow you to document when you've taken each dose. If you're not tech savvy, a simple paper calendar or medication log can work just as well. Taking your medication on time is essential for keeping your health in check, and it can prevent issues from popping up during your trip. So make sure that setting a daily reminder becomes part of your travel routine. With all these preparations in place, you're well on your way to traveling safely with your medications. But there's one last thing you should keep in mind: how to handle any unexpected situations that might come up during your travels. Let's talk about that in the next part. Now that we've covered planning ahead, staying organized, and sticking to your medication schedule, let's dive into how to handle any unexpected situations that could arise while you're traveling. It's always good to be prepared for the unexpected, because let's face it, life doesn't always go according to plan, and that includes travel. Maybe you lose your medication, your flight gets delayed, or you experience a change in your health while away from home. No matter what happens, having a backup plan can help you avoid panic and stay calm during stressful moments. First, let's talk about what to do if you lose or run out of medication while you're traveling. This can be one of the most stressful situations, but if you plan ahead, it won't feel like the end of the world. One of the best things you can do before you leave is make a note of the name of your medications, the dosages, and the prescribing doctor's contact information. If you have this information easily accessible, you can contact a local pharmacy or doctor to get a refill. For international travel, check whether your health insurance covers overseas prescriptions or if your pharmacy offers a service to transfer your prescription to a foreign location. Some pharmacies and international clinics offer medication refills, but it's important to understand any rules about prescriptions in different countries. For example, some medications available in your home country may not be legal or may require extra paperwork to be dispensed abroad. It's helpful to research these rules ahead of time so you're not caught off guard. If you lose your medication, don't panic. Contact a local pharmacy or healthcare provider as soon as possible. In many cases, they will be able to help you with a replacement. If you're in a foreign country, your hotel concierge might even be able to assist you in locating a nearby pharmacy that can help with refills. Now let's move on to a situation that may not be as dramatic, but can still be frustrating: experiencing side effects or changes in your health while traveling. Sometimes new environments or the stress of travel can affect how your body responds to medications. If you're dealing with something like high blood pressure or blood sugar, changes in climate, diet, or routine could impact your medication's effectiveness. It's always a good idea to stay in close contact with your doctor before your trip, especially if you're visiting a place with a significant change in altitude or temperature. Your doctor can advise you on how to adjust your dosage or suggest additional medications to help manage any travel-related health issues. For example, if you're heading to a hot climate, you may need to monitor your blood pressure more closely or stay extra hydrated, especially if your medications can affect your body's ability to regulate temperature. Keep an eye on how you're feeling during your travels. If you notice any symptoms that don't feel quite right, whether it's dizziness, nausea, or fatigue, don't hesitate to seek help. Many vacation destinations have pharmacies or medical clinics available for tourists, and some even have English-speaking doctors on hand who can give you advice or help adjust your treatment. In case of emergencies, know where the nearest hospital or healthcare facility is located. It's always a good idea to have this information ready before you leave, just in case you need it. Additionally, carry an emergency contact list with phone numbers for your doctor, a local healthcare provider, and any relevant family members. Having this list with you in an easily accessible place will save time and reduce stress if you need medical assistance. Now that we've covered how to handle unexpected situations, let's move on to another important aspect of traveling with medications: keeping them at the right temperature. This may sound like a small detail, but it's actually incredibly important. Some medications, especially insulin, certain blood pressure medications, and antidepressants, require specific storage conditions, such as being kept cool or away from direct sunlight. Traveling to warmer climates can make this trickier, but with a little preparation, it's easy to manage. One simple solution is to invest in a travel-friendly cooler bag. Many companies offer small, portable coolers designed to keep your medications at the proper temperature for several hours or even days. These bags are especially useful if you're traveling by plane, where temperatures in cargo holds can fluctuate and affect the potency of your medications. You can also use insulated pouches that help protect your medication from extreme temperatures. If you're traveling by car, try to avoid leaving medications in hot or cold environments for extended periods, like the trunk or back seat. For medications that don't require refrigeration but are still sensitive to heat, keep them in a cool, dry place, like an inside pocket of your bag, away from direct sunlight. It's important to remember that not all medications are the same, so check the instructions provided by your pharmacist or doctor to ensure you're storing them correctly while you travel. Taking these extra steps can make all the difference in keeping your medications effective throughout your trip. Now that we've talked about temperature control, let's move on to the final piece of advice: how to handle emergencies or issues when traveling with multiple medications. This can feel a bit overwhelming, especially if you're juggling several prescriptions, but it's all about staying organized. When traveling, it's easy for medication routines to get disrupted, and you might find that taking your medication on the go doesn't always feel as smooth as it does at home. One way to manage this is by having a travel checklist. This checklist should include every medication you are taking, the correct dosages, and any special instructions, such as whether a medication should be taken with food or whether it requires extra hydration. Write everything down and keep it with you, both in paper form and digitally, so you can easily access it no matter where you are. It's also helpful to pack medications in their original containers whenever possible, as mentioned earlier, to avoid confusion at airports or hotels. You can even take photos of your medications and prescription bottles, just in case you lose your medications or need to confirm something with a doctor or pharmacist. Having this information on hand can help you stay calm and prepared for whatever may come your way. In the next part, we'll discuss some final tips to wrap up your journey and make sure you have a smooth, stress-free vacation without any medication mishaps. Stay tuned. As we wrap up our discussion on traveling with medications, let's explore the final few tips to ensure your vacation goes as smoothly as possible, leaving you to enjoy your time away without any concerns over your prescriptions. First, let's talk about one of the most common issues seniors face when traveling: navigating different time zones. When you're abroad or even just across time zones within your own country, your medication schedule can become a bit tricky. This is especially true if you're on a strict daily regimen. Taking your medications at the same time every day is crucial, but when you're crossing time zones, you may have to adjust your routine to avoid taking them at the wrong time. One simple solution is to use a time zone conversion tool on your phone or an app specifically designed for medication management. These apps can help you adjust the timing of your doses based on where you are in the world, making sure you are always on track. If you're traveling to a place with a significant time difference, try to gradually adjust your medication schedule a few days before you leave. This can help your body get used to the new time zone and reduce any potential discomfort from taking your medication at an odd hour. Also, consider using a medication reminder app that allows you to set alarms at the right times, even if you're in a different time zone. These tools will not only keep you on track, but also give you peace of mind knowing you're taking your medications as prescribed. While adjusting to a new time zone is important, it's also crucial to remember that travel can sometimes cause changes in your diet, hydration, and activity level, factors that can affect your medications. For example, some medications need to be taken with food, while others are more effective on an empty stomach. When you're in a different environment, you may not have control over your meal times or the types of food you're eating. To stay safe, try to stick to your regular eating habits as much as possible. If your destination has a different cuisine, ask the hotel staff about meal options that will be compatible with your medication needs. Hydration is another important factor. Traveling, especially by air, can cause dehydration, which can sometimes interfere with how your body absorbs medications. Make sure to drink plenty of water throughout your trip. Always keep a water bottle with you, especially when you're on the go or traveling long distances. Dehydration can also increase the risk of side effects, so staying hydrated helps to ensure your medications work as intended. Now let's talk about the all-important task of managing your medications when you're away from home, particularly in an emergency. No matter how well you prepare, there's always the possibility that something unexpected might happen. Perhaps you fall ill or experience a health issue that requires more immediate attention. In these situations, it's vital to know where the nearest healthcare facility is and to have access to a medical professional who can assist you if needed. Before you leave for your trip, do a little research on local hospitals, urgent care centers, and pharmacies. Having this information handy will save you time and anxiety if something does go wrong. If you're traveling abroad, consider carrying a health insurance card or travel health insurance that covers you internationally. Some travel insurance plans specifically include medical care and medication refills while you're away, which can be a lifesaver. Additionally, having an emergency contact list is a simple yet crucial tool. In the event of an emergency, you'll want to have a list of your doctor's contact information, a pharmacy in your hometown where they can verify your prescriptions, and family members or friends who can assist if you're unable to manage on your own. Keeping this list both in paper form and digitally on your phone or a cloud service makes it easy to access no matter where you are. Even if you're staying in a resort or familiar location, don't forget that medical emergencies can happen anywhere, and having access to professional help can make a big difference. Travel insurance, a good understanding of where medical resources are, and access to your medication details will all provide peace of mind during your trip. Now, as we reach the final tip, always keep your medications in the right place. This may seem like a minor detail, but it's one that can prevent a lot of headaches later. Keep your medications in a secure, easy-to-access spot, such as a zippered compartment in your bag or a special pouch. This ensures that your medications are not only protected from temperature changes, but are also easy to find when you need them. It's also essential to consider the safety of your medications when traveling. If you're on a long flight, for example, storing your medications in a well-sealed bag or case helps protect them from damage or contamination. And for added security, don't leave your medications unattended in public spaces or in your hotel room. Always lock them up when you're not using them and keep them out of sight when you're in a crowded or unfamiliar area. To sum up everything we've covered, traveling with medications doesn't have to be a source of stress or anxiety. By taking simple precautions like planning ahead, organizing your medications, staying on top of your schedule, and being prepared for the unexpected, you can ensure that your vacation will be enjoyable and worry-free. And remember, the key to traveling safely with prescriptions is all about preparation and organization. Whether you're going on a short getaway or a longer journey, these tips will help you navigate your medications with ease and focus on what really matters, enjoying your time away from home. So as you get ready for your next adventure, take a deep breath and know that you have the tools to travel safely with your medications. And don't forget, small adjustments and being prepared can help you enjoy your vacation to the fullest. If you found these tips helpful, feel free to share your own travel experiences with medications in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you manage your medications when you're away from home. And if you haven't already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more helpful tips on living your best life, no matter your age. Here's to a smooth, stress-free vacation, and here's to living your best life at any age. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. If this video gave you something to think about or made you smile, please give it a like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom every week. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and join the conversation. Your voice matters. Your story matters. Until next time, stay wise, stay kind, and take care.